Metallica. It's really sad.
Just they're one of the greatest metal bands of all time. Yeah, you're right.
You know who else is the greatest metal band of all time?
Slipknot.
Nah.
Ooh.
It is us. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Alamo City Geek
Oh,
Speak.
okay, that's cool. Just totally catch me off guard like that.
So-
Waiting for an answer to the question. That's fine. Hello,
Well,
everybody.
hi.
Sorry, it's been so long. Justin thinks that, he has other things going on in life, so that's more important than our show. Really crazy.
Well, I do have other things going on in my life. This is
Crazy.
This is my new house. Where's your house, Raul? Where's you live, Baron Freddy?
I'm in it. What do you mean, where's my house? I got a roof over my head.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Get the house owner. Let's get your grandpa on the phone real quick.
Shit. Well, he's going to call me a dumbass.
Yeah, he's like Red Foreman. He's not too off the topic either, because you are a dumbass. This man, the man that I'm talking to right now, Raul, needs no introduction. But if he did need an introduction, it would be under the title dumbass. So it's been 2 weeks?
No, it's been a month.
Has it been a fucking month since we made an episode?
Yeah.
God, we are terrible hosts.
We really are. If whoever still listens to us, I applaud you for sticking with us. I don't blame you if you just want to leave. That's totally fine.
I mean, I would have left a long time ago. There's no real content to this at all. We're just two guys talking.
Yeah.
So before we jump into the meat and potatoes, that is our episode where we're going to give you Raul more than me is going to give you a beat by beat playback of Ghosts of Tsushima. Why don't you tell people what you've been doing for the last 2 months besides, what we can't really talk about on there?
In regards to the game or just in life?
Just in life.
Oh, nothing, because coronavirus has ruined my life. My little social life that I did have has been absolutely ruined. So what do? I sit here and I play video games. And that's about it. I go to work, play video games. That's honestly it. Coronavirus needs to finish. I need to get back out into the world.
What? Do you mean that you're not able to go out to a club and have a few beers and get stared down by some random Mexican dude?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
At San Antonio, this happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, honestly, not really much. Like I said, coronavirus is kind of taking over the world. I am glad that sports are back, so I can actually watch some sports now. My Spurs are fighting for their lives right now, so I got that to look forward to.
They have to meet ninth or eighth seed, right? Something like that?
Yeah, so basically they got to make ninth seed. If they're ninth seed and they're within 4 games, they do a play-in game or play-in games where they have to beat the 8th seed twice. However, we've done so good that we're only 2 games out of 8th place, so we can literally, if we just keep winning some games, we can sneak into 8th place and only have to win 1 game. That is the new NBA bubble format for the playoffs.
That's a hope. That's a hope right there.
Yeah, I actually saw a post yesterday of Rob. I think Rob. What's his name? I think he's from ESPN, where he said, "Do the Spurs ever just die?" And I'm like, "No, they don't."
No, they're like that. They're like the bad guy in a scary movie. They always come back.
Yeah. There was actually, I don't know if you remember when Game of Thrones, they had an NBA thing called Game of Zones, where it was like an NBA parody of Game of Thrones, and Popovich was the Ice King.
Oh, of course he was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send you that. And Tim Duncan and Parker were like, White Walkers? Is that what they're called? White Walkers.
Yeah,
right?
White Walkers.
They were just behind him, and then Popovich held up a little, what was it? A board, a dry erase board, and it said "Championship is coming."
Yeah, the funny thing is just like in the real show, they won't be killed into the very end, and it's always going to be disappointing. Well, that's cool. I spent my time moving into my house and getting stuff.
Congratulations, by the way. Oh, I know I gave you a bunch of shit for it, but I really do mean congratulations. I'm happy.
Hey,
for
look,
you.
I made it somewhere in life. I bought a house before I was 45, and it wasn't just inherited. Like I was pretty sure that's how I was gonna get my house. So I was gonna just pick it up from a family member somewhere. No, we bought this one, so I guess that's cool. I mean, what's better way than saying you're an adult and spending money?
Exactly. It's adulting, bro. It's adulting.
Well, speaking of spending money, because of coronavirus has hit us all in a very different way. I too cannot go out to random bars, get drunk, and get stared at by angry Mexican dudes for no reason. So I've been spending my time in a world that I am familiar with. Unfortunately, I'm talking about the World of Warcraft. I started playing. I started playing that game again.
Nice.
No, it's not nice. It's time consuming. It's actually right now it's like super crazy, over the top easy, but it's always been that way. It's honestly it's like going back in time and looking at how things used to be. They used to be difficult. They used to be this or that. But then again, I think it's always like the boomer syndrome. It's like back in my day, I'd had to walk 50 miles back and forth in snow, and there's wolves chasing me. It's like, where the fuck do you live, Russia? Here, it's kind of the same thing. I think it was harder back when I used to play when I was younger, but it might just be just me. Maybe I'm just better. Probably not though. So yeah, I mean, we've both been doing a lot of interesting stuff, just trying to keep ourselves not dead from Corona.
Yeah.
You go outside, you check the mail, wash your hands, check the mail, wash your hands, that whole thing. So that's cool. Then, I think it really kind of leaves us with nothing else to do but just to go ahead and jump into the main topic.
Yeah, sorry, our lives are kind of boring right now. Sorry for anybody that wanted a deeper look into our lives, but they're pretty boring.
I mean, don't let the beginning conversation fool you. There's no music going on anywhere. You did tell me about this. Let's actually talk about that music video real quick, because I think that I don't give a shit about it, but you seem to like it, so I think it's important for the people to see what you care about.
It's okay. It's like, it really is like dad rock. Like, it really is. Like, the chorus is super cheesy, but it's also catchy. But I mean, Tech9 and Kid Bookie, who I'm not a big rap guy. I mean, I don't mind the genre. I just don't listen to it. I'm more of a rock guy. It's way I've always been. But they fucking killed it. And even Corey Taylor, well, I know he's done some rap before, especially in earlier Slipknot albums. But they actually did a pretty fucking good. It's like a feel good song. It's pretty awesome. That's a song that you play at like a live show and the crowd fucking gets into it. Like,
I really feel like you haven't been to enough shows if you think people will get into that song.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like you have those stadium anthems, right? Those rock anthems, or even just the songs that are meant to.
Dude, this song is basically Corey Taylor's anthem. Like, the song is about him. Like, and there's a bunch of cameos from all his famous friends. Fucking Chris Jericho's in there. Baron Corbin's in there. Rob Halford's in there. Lizzie Hale's in there. Baby Metal's in there.
Baby Metal's in there.
Yeah. So is Tom Savini.
So what is in there? What is the name of the song?
CMFT Must Be Stopped.
Okay, so real quick, we can't play the whole thing, but we can play a clip of that, and better yet, actually, we can play someone's reaction. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so here you go. CMFT Must Be Stopped, featuring Tech9 and Kid Bookie. I can tell you by the thumbnails already, I think it's fucking terrible. But let's check it out.
Listen to it, just give it a shot.
My town is coming alive.
Okay, here we go.
Attention. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention?
Actually, while you're doing that...
Is this Stone Sour?
No, it's not. It's just another band. I think you just used them. It's not. I don't think it's Stone Sour, because I didn't see it. That's not Roy Mayorga or whatever.
No, it's not.
My food is actually here, so while you're doing that, I'm going to grab my food. I will be 5 seconds.
This guy getting tacos from grandma.
Hell yeah, I'm fucking hungry.
Okay,
be right back.
Let's fast forward here. I want to see some singing.
Nowadays it just seems like you get more than hate.
I can tell you right off the bat, I don't hate it, and that's what bothers me. Because I want to not like this so bad.
I am bad.
Alright, so real quick.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll go ahead and share this to the ACGS Facebook, just so everyone can see it. You know what? I really want to hate it, but I can't hate it that much.
It's catchy.
I don't.
The core.
I still think that Corey Taylor has turned from that one guy who wore the long dreads and was like angry all the time or whatever. Now he looks like a goblin who got his knees extended. So I don't know. He looks a little odd to me. He doesn't look like the man behind the mask that I used to think he looked like. But that's what happens when you take the Slipknot mask off and you see who he is. It's like that gets rid of all the the mystery. But I can tell you that Kid Bookie and Tech9, I feel like they did a really good job. So anyway, we'll share it to the Facebook and let everyone else take a look at it. See if maybe I'm wrong or maybe you're wrong, which is always the possibility, high probability. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into what kind of tacos are you eating?
Meat and cheese with bacon and potato and egg.
Fucking madman.
Yeah.
Put any bacon on that fucking potato and egg. This is why people make fun of Texas, because we're fucking inconsistent. You're gonna put bacon on a bean and cheese, but not bacon on a potato and egg?
No, because then at that point it's just bacon and egg with potato. Oh,
so
wait.
First of all,
I don't know. Just don't listen to me. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. I'm out of it. It's 8:30 in the morning.
And I took your fucking recommendation on a song. Oh my god, this is.
Wait, to be fair, you haven't listened to the whole song. I want you to listen to the whole song and actually get a feel for it. So do that later.
To quote Corey Taylor, I don't need a motherfucking thing or whatever the hell he said. I don't know.
Dude, he literally repeats that line about 40 times in that song. That's why I say it's really cheesy, but it's really like. I like someone said it if you play that in a live setting, the crowd can sing along with it. It gets people jumping. It's a feel good song. It really is.
If you play that in a crowd, I would expect the crowd to be anywhere between the age of 15 to 19, and they're saying not a motherfucking thing, and yeah, I'm a rebel. My parents don't know I'm cursing. Ha.
Isn't that what we all did?
Nah, dude. I did too.
Yeah, I did that in my first show.
No, I cursed all the time. But then I remember me and my brother were playing. Battletoads. We were like 5 and 6 years old or something like that, and we just kept jumping over stuff, going, "This is bullshit." And my dad walked in and told us to turn the Super Nintendo off. So, it was pretty bad. So, Ghosts of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
I have been waiting for this game for a long time. In fact, I remember the conversation we had about this game back when I first showed it to you. I was like, dude, have you not seen this? You're like, what's Ghost of Tsushima? Don't you wag your finger at me.
No, it was a grain. I'm sorry. That was
I was like, don't you wag. I was like, no, it was one of those games that flew under the radar to a point. People were excited about it because of the, I think it was in 2017, it was one of the huge parts of Sony's demo during E3, and this was actually really important because this is when Sony did their own E3 event. They didn't do it there. They had the whole the guy with the fucking the pipe and stuff, and they were playing music for it, and they wanted to really set the tone for it. That was a really unique way for Sony to do things, and it's kind of what set the tone for how Sony was going to do their E3 for the rest of their lives. Not this year because there's no E3, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And of course, we all, me and you and the rest of our Call of Duty clan, watched the PS5 reveal. And all of you guys, I gotta tell you, if any of you guys listen to this, I want you to know I am incredibly disappointed in almost everybody in our group. Because it's like none of you guys have ever fucking played a video game in your life. All you guys do is play Call of Duty and jerk off to fucking Playboy. Look, the fact of the matter is, there was a lot of games there that looked really good. But you're like, nah, never gonna play it. No. Never gonna play it because I've never fucking played Jack and Daxter in my entire life.
You know what the problem is though? Is that with that reveal, there was a whole lot of cinematic, but a lack of gameplay. That was the problem.
Well, there was some games that had gameplay, and you guys were like, no.
It was far and few between, dude. And also the ones that they did show were just kind of that doesn't look impressive to me. The one I got most excited for was a fucking cat following around a cat.
The particle effects in that one game where you had a shit. I forgot the name of the game. I should have came prepared for this one to tell you that I didn't think I would talk about this, but to tell you you're a horrible gamer. But when the particle effects were coming up out of the ground, they're all sparkly and stuff, and everyone's like, yawn. I'm like, are you fucking serious? This is something to be excited about. This is I remember there was
I'm excited about triangles, bro. That's what I'm excited for.
Fucking triangles. We talked about the triangles ad nauseum, but no, there was. in Call of Duty, in the Modern Warfare reboot, or not reboot, but the Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4, when it came out for Xbox 360, everyone that I knew was excited, like, oh my god, it's the Xbox 360 version of Call of Duty, I'm so excited, the new version is we're not doing World War II anymore, we're not doing fucking World War I, we're doing modern, because it's Modern Warfare.
I actually prefer the World War II games, though.
My disappointment subsides just that much in you.
Well, I do. I've always I'm a history nerd, so like that kind of shit like gets me excited.
If they were like Call of Duty World War II was fun, right? It was awesome because it was a nice departure. But don't look at me and tell me that fucking Big Red 1 was worth it. Big Red 1 was garbage.
But I'm saying like World at War was the shit.
Oh, see that's different though. No,
that's World War II.
No, listen to me. I said Modern Warfare. I'm talking about the 360 release games, and you start bringing up World War II, because you
said people were excited.
I know what I said.
But I said I always preferred the World War II version of games. So
did you?
I didn't like.
Did you like the Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1?
Yeah, but I mean, I was a younger kid when I played them.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Those games, comparatively to Modern Warfare and the new technology, were shit.
Oh, of course, the technology improved everything. I love the new Modern Warfare. I play it religiously. I love just fucking yelling at Warzone and getting my ass fucking railed.
Because I never get invited to games anymore because I'm not cool enough. Anyway, so
where the fuck are you? You could have. I literally have asked you to play, and you're like, I'm too busy being an adult and moving into my house. I don't have time to play with you kids.
Well, all you do.
I'm sorry.
All you do. Okay, we're gonna get into this in a second. Anyway. So
you can play with us. You're in our fucking regiment. You literally just have to press invite.
Everyone was so excited about. Oh my god, it's Modern Warfare! I can't wait to use the fucking No, it was Modern Warfare 2 that had the 1887s. Fuck those guns. Anyway, sniper shotguns makes no sense.
Those Akimbos.
Akimbo makes no sense even. No, but everyone was excited about being able to play a new new Call of Duty that was modern and sharp looking. But I was excited about the rim lighting. I was like, dude, that makes the characters pop. And like that was like a huge thing they started doing in the 360 and PS3 era to make colors to bring colors out. It's like when you draw and you make the outline like even darker, and then you color the light on the inside, you color it lighter because it helps make colors explode out a little bit more, or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not a fucking artist. But the fact of the matter is, like, I those are the things I was excited about, and everyone was like, I gotta use a Desert Eagle. It's like, I guess so. I mean, nah, that it wasn't like that. But seriously though, when we looked at the PS5 reveal, you guys were all, no, I hate that game.
I was excited for Resident Evil.
No one even knew it was Resident Evil until it fucking told you. Everyone's like,
I was excited.
I thought it was no. Who is it? When it came out, someone in the group was like, "Oh, looks like it's Van Helsing or some shit like that."
Yeah.
And they're not wrong though. I mean, because like werewolves and shit. I guess. But you have to think. I guess we have to go to the logical conclusion for Resident Evil. We've done zombies and we've done monsters. Why not do fucking vampires and werewolves? It's called Resident Evil Twilight. And right when Bella is about to kiss Edward for the first time, Chris Redfield comes out with a stake and like runs it through his heart. Yeah, runs it through his heart, then puts a gun in the back of his head firmly and says, "Adios, motherfucker," and blows his head off. And she's covered in glitter.
I think it was an old meme where it was Edward, and then in the background from the trees you see Wesley Snipes' blade, just like watching over him. You remember that?
I think so.
That always made me laugh. Like, dude's just smiling in the background.
Man, Hollywood needs to listen to people. That was the crossover people wanted. People wanted that one.
Or that old what was it, that G4 sketch? Modern Twilight, Call of Duty Modern Twilight or some shit like that.
It's funny you bring that up because...
Speaking of that...
Yes, G4...
fucking G4, we gotta talk about that.
Before G4 became G4 on the channel... It was on DirecTV, and I don't know if it's still the same channel, but channel 354 was Tech TV. Mm-hmm. And Tech TV used to have the show X-Play on there, right? You remember X-Play? So... Yeah. We had Tech TV, and then Tech TV was bought out by G4. And I remember that very fondly because Tech TV had... what the fuck was that? Tech TV had... huh?
Wait, what was what? It was
no.
A taco. I was eating.
No. I just got a notification on my computer. And I think it's a email somewhere. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so Tech TV had Martin Sargent. Oh shit! The Screws, the Martin Sargent or some shit like that. I can't remember what it was called. Screw Attack, I think. No, not Screw Attack. God damn it. Anyway, it was a really fun geeky. I don't know if it was necessarily tech oriented. Maybe it was just like what I remember, but it was a late night talk show with it's called Martin Sargent, so whatever, and it was a lot of fun. And then when G4 came in, that was one of the shows that got cut because I guess that belonged to Tech TV, so that went off to either die or live on the internet. But when G4 came out, that's when they started getting more. X-Play got even bigger. That became like their fucking one of their biggest shows.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the term I was looking for, but it's too goddamn early. And then they came up with the Game Awards shows with Jeff Keighley, and they had all these other shows going on. A lot of fun. So I say that to say this. I welcome G4 back anytime. It is not what we deserve, but it's what we need right now. Fucking G4, man. I remember all the mornings I'd spend watching that goddamn channel. He tells his friend as he shoves a taco halfway down his throat.
I'm hungry, dude. Leave me alone. Sorry if I'm being obnoxious to all the people that eventually watch this episode, but I'm hungry and I will not stop.
What do you mean you won't stop? No, you eat a lot. You eat a lot. I feel like last time we went to Lou's, you ate like 5 plates of sausages and 3 chicken breasts and like.
Yeah.
That dude, and you know the worst part is that dude with the beard looks at you like all like, ugh.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You're like, can I have? You're asking for a fucking refill on tea. He's like, what? Another sausage? He's like, no, I want a tea, but since you're offering, go ahead and bring another sausage. You know, fucking Luby's for old people.
Dude, they closed that too.
They closed that one, right?
Yeah. So now we can't go when we go back to work.
I'll be honest with you. First of all, if we go back to work, right?
True.
There's a lot of things between us and work, and that is death. That is the office ever going to open up again? Are people going to finally fucking start wearing masks? Dude, the fact that our country has now become the smelly kid in class, like, that's a problem, right? Other countries out there, like, yeah, you know what? You guys may have the best economy in the world, but you're not allowed to fucking come here because all of your friends over there don't know how to fucking cover their nose with a mask.
Well, it's crazy. It's like I read a report, and by the way, we're probably going to upset some people with our take on masks.
Fuck, man.
I really don't care. But like New Zealand, they're completely corona-free. They are corona-free, and they are living their lives in New Zealand.
Because they have functional adults. They have, honestly, like if you ever go on, you ever play the mobile game, Plague Inc.?
Oh, yeah, I have it on my phone, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go on the easiest mode, it says people don't wash their hands or wear masks. Like, and I was
we're fucking easy mode.
We're fucking easy mode and play games. The rest of the goddamn countries are playing fucking expert. Like, they're cracking the code. They know how to take care of themselves. On the other hand, we're riding public buses and licking our fingers. You know, I don't get it, dude. Like, some people are fine. Other people are like, I'm a selfish fucking cunt. And excuse me, but like, I just want to make sure that I spread my love and parasites to everybody.
Yeah, I used to love playing that game. I still have it on my. No, I don't have it on my phone anymore. Didn't China actually ban the game?
I'm sure they did because they fucking pointed out how they're making their stuff. It's like, oh shit, they cracked the code. They know how we're making our viruses.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. Like, and I'm not trying to go deeper into this, but Corona should not be a political thing, right? It's a health issue, and people just need to fucking get on board.
You know what?
Like, honestly, I don't care what people think. Wear your fucking mask. It's a short term. It is a short term pain for a long term, like, just happiness and life and not death. I wish
that I could have been the one to come up with the hashtag, but and I thought I did. I was really excited about it, but I don't know if you've seen the hashtag mask it or casket is a big thing, and I thought I made it up. I was like, I'm fucking clever. And it turns out someone made it literally like 3 or 4 days before I did. I was like, oh, we're all on the same page.
Yeah, honestly, guys, and if you're listening to our show, just wear your mask, man. Wear a mask, social distance, wash your fucking hands. Man, it's not that hard.
All these people bitched about how they can't go to bars and can't go to clubs and can't go do the things they want to do. If you see someone not wearing a mask, tell them, you're preventing me from getting back to normal life. So instead of being a normal asshole, pretend to not be an asshole for a second, put a mask on, And then when you get home, then you could fucking cough on your kids and play with your dog outside.
Honestly, wearing a mask, it's not like you're wearing it all fucking day. Like you're just going if you're going to the store, you wear it for what, an hour or two, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like it's not an all day thing. When you're at home, you don't have to fucking wear it. When
and-
you're driving, you don't have to wear it either. Whoever's driving and wearing it, you're just
any piece of cloth that can catch your vabas that are coming out when you're talking, any piece of cloth is going to do its job. A lot of people think that this is meant to prevent you from getting sick. That's stupid. You want to prevent yourself from getting sick. Help people around you. Don't walk up to somebody not wearing a mask and be like, "You're not wearing a mask." Don't do that shit. Because I'm not Donald Trump. I will not pay for your legal bills. Pro tip: neither will he. But when it comes down to that, tell the people around you, like your friends and family, hey, you should wear a mask. Be considerate. Oh my God, I gotta care about someone else's well-being for a second. It's fine, you'll survive. But then when the push comes to shove, the problem is all these people think that I can still catch it. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna catch it if you wear a gas mask. Doing this, you're gonna prevent other people from catching it. And I get it, you don't feel symptoms, you could be asymptomatic. Just fucking put a piece of cloth in your face. And like, I can't breathe in this mask. It's because you're putting a goddamn N95 mask on top of a bandana around a fucking fishbowl. Like, stop being stupid. Just put a piece of cloth over your face. Anyway, we're done with this. I feel like we're getting heated, and
we are, and we're gonna lose a bunch of followers too.
I don't give a shit.
That's okay. No, I don't either. I'm just saying, like,
what followers? Anyway,
yeah, we have.
Right? Let's get back to the topic at hand here.
Yeah, we kind of went off. We started. We were going to talk about Ghosts of Tsushima. Then we went to Call of Duty. Then we went to how the United States is smelly kid in class.
And how we're turning people into Ghosts of Tsushima. So
you ever seen that? And it kind of rings true now that it was a video with we're not the greatest country in the world anymore.
Yeah. So the only problem I have with that is every single time I see it, it's always one particular group of people who are sharing it. So I'm like, couldn't have been any more true. It's like, it's not a good thing, right?
Well, no, it's not. It's not a good thing, but it is true though. We're not, and you know what? It's proven that is this coronavirus response. Proves it again.
100%.
We're stupid, guys.
Here, real quick, before we get going, there's only one last thing I gotta show you.
I gotta eat another taco. My taco's getting cold here. Oh.
Man, I really wish that let me see if I can. I'm about to show you.
Yes.
Oh, 1 second, buddy. Let's go over here. I'm going to share screen. This is a list of countries that the United States is banned from.
Oh.
Anyway. Yeah, no, legit though, we're not allowed to go a lot of places because people are being stupid. So anyway.
I like that bottom one, El Salvador too.
Yeah, we no one likes us anyway. So Ghost of Tsushima. I've played maybe I think I put in about a good I want to be honest, I feel like it's 10 hours, maybe 15 hours. I've spent more time hunting down like new pieces of armor and cosmetic things than I have actually. I feel like playing the game. In fact, I'm still going after the blacksmith. So I'm still like really basically at the beginning of the game. But the one thing I really like about the game is and then I'm gonna let you go off because I know you have a lot more to talk about it.
By the way, this is spoilers section. By the way, so if you don't want to be spoiled,
if we didn't lose you with the Corona talk, we're gonna lose you with the spoilers. So
spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. All right, so they're aware that there's spoilers ahead.
With Ghost of Tsushima, I like the fact that when you're playing the game, so I'm playing on hard, right? And the game doesn't feel hard until you make it hard. Now, I will tell you, archers are annoying as fuck. But once you get the ability to deflect arrows, you're kind of unstoppable. For the most part, unless you don't know how to dodge spears, then you're still kind of fucked. But I think the one thing about the game that I like the most is the fact that you can really do anything as long as you're confident in your abilities. It's like Batman, like Assassin's Creed. Just watch for the cues. You can pretty much parry anything. And we were talking about this the other day. Once you get the heavenly strike or heavenly touch, something like that. Heavenly strike. Once you get that, it's game over for everything else.
There's also the Dance of Wrath too. That's really OP, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, that's honestly really all I got about the game.
To be fair, look, you've
beautiful.
You've been moving and stuff. You haven't had a lot of time to play it. That's why this motherfucker. I platinumed the game just off the bat. I'm letting y'all know I did. I platinumed it. I finished it. If y'all saw the Facebook post, I platinumed it like 2 days ago. So let me start off.
Hey, real quick question for you. How's your girlfriend?
What girl? So I God damn it, Justin. Thanks, man.
You platinumed a bit.
Yeah. So anyway, I platinumed it. So I platinumed the game. It didn't take me that long. I feel like I played about 50 hours. I didn't time myself. I feel like it was around 50 hours because I played about 4 or 5 hours a day, sometimes longer. So the game is really fun. Let me just start that off. It does feel a bit repetitive at times. I'm going to be kind of all over the place with this review. I don't really have a structure. So just kind of going, the game does feel repetitive with some of the challenges, some of the you have to take over certain territories and settlements and stuff like that. It does feel repetitive after a while, especially with like doing that. And then some of the other world stuff, like searching for the Fox dens or whatever. It just feels like after a while you're just kind of like, oh, I gotta do that again, right? Maybe that's just me because I platinumed it, so I literally did everything you can fucking do in the game. Like it took me a while. The combat. Now I played on hard like Justin. I didn't feel it was that hard. Just being right off the bat. Just being honest. I feel like I was just slaughtering enemies like endlessly, and like I feel like there wasn't really a challenge until I got to like Act 3. There's 3 acts, by the way. I got to Act 3, and then I just walked up to like some random mongrels, and I just got my ass fucking handed to me by like 5 of them. When before I was just slaughtering enemies like endlessly, I literally just walked up to them, and they got me like in 3 hits. Well, so I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
That's hard mode.
Yeah, that's how it should have been, but it wasn't like that throughout the whole game. It's very inconsistent. And that kind of goes into like the AIs. The AI in this fucking game is stupid. I'm gonna be off the bat. Or be honest, they are stupid. I
never got that impression until there's only one time. Like it's really funny how you can slaughter somebody. Like I'm talking like basically tear his soul out of his body in a stealth attack. They find the body, they freak out for a second, and they go back to like, yeah, it must have been nothing.
Yeah, it's just the wind. No big deal.
Fucking wind. Tore his goddamn arm off. It's just the wind.
Yeah, like I would kill someone literally 2 feet from someone, and they would just go about their day, and I'm like, I just murdered your homeboy here. Well, like, what's happening?
And you know the upgrade system. You can upgrade your sword, your bows, all this stuff like that. And with the I forgot the tanto, the type of
little shiv.
Yeah. With that one, if you upgrade it, it makes his stealth kills faster, and it also makes him more silent. Yeah. But my thing was like, I just got done like wrecking this dude right next to his buddy, and his buddy was like, "Hey Tim, I'm gonna get some ice cream. You want some?" Didn't even give a shit. And I was like, I mean, maybe the stealth animations do need to be sped up, but other than that, like, I don't need to worry about this fucker hearing anything because these guys all have like.
Yeah, and they were kind of predictable too. But yeah, I would just murder some people, and then they would just go about their day, and I was just like, okay, this is really easy. Also the lip sync. I know I'm going over a lot of issues, but I'll talk about some of the positives in a bit. The lip sync is really off on that game. Like they're talking, and their lips are not matching what they are saying at all. It's like there's like some kind of weird delay or something. So I don't know if maybe it's because I was playing with the Japanese. I was playing in Japanese.
That's what
with
it is.
English subtitles.
So the thing is the game was actually and I was wondering how they were going to do that, right?
Yeah.
Few games that I know of, and I can't name any titles off the top of my head, so don't even try me. But few games that I know of have created a game with both the animations for English and Japanese, or English or whatever language they have. And this one, the game is made. It's made by a U.S. company, right? It's made for Westerners in mind, but also made for Japan players to kind of like to be as honest and as accurate as possible. However, having said that, the Japanese subtitles, the Japanese voice actors are great. They don't match up with the animations because the game does use English as a primary language. So, and just to kind of piggyback off of that, I was really kind of thrown off by that, because I was expecting to see the mouth movements for Japanese, but I started the game off in Kurosawa mode. So it was the one thing I really like about Kurosawa mode, in case you didn't know these small details, is of course it automatically starts you off with Japanese voice acting, English subtitles, and the game is black and white. Now, one other little feature that you probably didn't know about is that when the game is in standard color, it runs about 60 frames per second. It looks beautiful. In Kurosawa mode, they slow the frames down just enough to make it look like an old film. So it is an impacted gameplay, but the game itself is changed just enough to make it feel like one of those old, like the Ronin movies, the sword, like the sword fighting movies, the Japanese samurai movies. It looks really good. If you haven't played it, you should check that one out next for sure. Kurosawa mode honestly makes the game even better. Maybe not for the stealth kills, but definitely for like the showdowns and stuff. So much. Yeah.
Another thing too, this game has quite a few bugs and glitches in it. I ran into quite a bit. I was just showing Justin one before we started.
Oh, here. Let me, real quick, because I have it right here.
You sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is recorded. I just recorded this off my phone and just I sent it to him.
I should have been more ready for that one. I didn't think we were going to show that, but I forgot. I was like, wait a second, I can share screens. Or better yet, I could just do this here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't come across very many bugs, I don't think, in the game, but when you do, I feel like they're pretty big.
No, I came into quite a few. And it's funny because the game actually received, before it even came out, it was already on version 1.04. So they got like 4 patches before the game even came out, mind you. So I feel like there was a lot more issues before the game even came out. They were like, "Oh shit, we got to fix this."
So this is what he sent me. So everyone can see. You know, actually, that's going to show up on your window. Let me screen share this here. Share that. So this is just a loop, but this is exactly what's happening. This guy is just jumping up and down. I
watched him for about like a minute. Wait, what happened?
What happened? How did he just came across him doing that shit?
Yeah, I just came across him doing it. I would just walk by that staircase, and then I looked at him for like a minute and a half and just watched him do that, and he didn't stop. Poor dude's just stuck in an endless loop. I bet if I go back to that position, he's still fucking there. Poor dude.
So
that is hell right there. That is what hell is like.
What this reminds me of, let me go and stop this here. What this reminds me of is there was a bug in you play Assassin's Creed Odyssey yet?
No, I'll be honest, I have not.
So I came across this bug. I don't know how prevalent it was, but the one move that everyone wants to get in Assassin's Creed Odyssey is the Spartan kick. Everyone wants to get that front, like the teep kick style, because you knock fuckers back, right? And plus, you kick someone off the. I've kicked so many people who are like heavily armored, like the enemies, who are like super strong. You kick them off a cliff. What good is their armor if they're gonna fucking hit the ground, right? So it's fun. It's a lot. It's really interesting to be able to have that power over these bad guys. But yeah. So there was one. I kicked a dude. He stumbled back for the cliff. Something happened. I don't know what happened. Like he stumbled, and the game said, "I don't know what to do," and he just flew off the cliff. Like he went like a good 20 feet off the cliff. I was like, I did not kick him that hard.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, when you come across stuff like that, it's really funny.
Yeah, there was that. There was a glitch or a bug where every time I'd walk by my horse, it would act like it got damaged, and then it would just run away from me. So I would have to follow it. I'm like, get the fuck back here. I named my horse Shadow. I was literally yelling at my TV. I was like, Shadow, get your fucking ass back here. And every time I would touch him, it would go like, or whatever. And it would like run off. And you would hear the hit damage. It would be like a hit indicator that I hit it. And I was like, I did not hit this horse. I literally just called it, tried in on it, and then it would just run away. That did not get resolved until you restarted. I had to restart from a checkpoint, and then it worked. But it happened multiple times.
It's because you were dragging your feet, walking around, and you kept shocking it.
I guess so, dude. And then that happened. There's also a bug with the fast travel, where it says you cannot fast travel while in combat. I'm like, I'm not in combat. I'm literally just walking around. Like,
So-
what is happening?
I don't know. I came across that same bug. There was no combat around me.
Yeah.
I went looking to find out what combat I could be in. I found a group of enemies that killed them and they let me fast travel. So I had to put myself into combat to get myself out of combat in order to finally be able to do it.
There's also one with certain story missions. One in particular where it asked me to sit down. That's this one of the characters, and I sat down, and it asked me to play my flute. And every time I would play my flute, it says flute's not available, or I would swipe down and the flute wouldn't play. And I'm like, I can't get past this spot. I need to play my flute. And it said cannot flute at this time or whatever. And I would have to restart my game, and that worked. So I had to restart my games quite a bit for it to work, or restart at least from a checkpoint. It's not game breaking, right? It doesn't ruin the game, but it is kind of annoying having to do that because I had to do it repeatedly. And there's other story missions where you run into certain glitches like that. Also with the FOT stands, sometimes you can't honor the shrine or whatever, like you have to. Like it just gets stuck. It doesn't give you the option. Also, the FOTS just fucking doesn't show up sometimes. Like I wanted to pet it. I remember the first shrine I did, the FOTS didn't show up so I could pet it. I was like, everyone's talking about how they could pet a FOTS. It's not fucking there.
No,
Bullshit.
I found the fox. I followed up to the shrine. I worshipped at the shrine or whatever. I honored the shrine. And then I turned on, the fox is gone. I was like, what the fuck? I was going to pet you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, not game breaking, doesn't ruin the game. It's just more of a nuisance and kind of annoying. But let's get, I guess, so the combat's fun, right? It is so satisfying to like kill people, and it's really fluid. It flows very well.
I would say it's a solid combination between like I like the fact that it uses the same kind of visual cues that Sekiro has, where it uses like the white or the red dots. Most games that are like active combat like that, they use those same things. If it's white, you can deflect it or parry it. If it's red, it's got to be dodged or something like that. It's a nice mixture of Sekiro and again it's like a Japanese Assassin's Creed is how I broke it down.
Oh, one more thing too, just a negative thing, I guess. The world does kind of feel empty at times when you're going to like different houses or like you pop up to someone's house. It just feels very generic and bland. Some of the houses when you walk into them, like it feels like something could be there, but it's not. And it's just like you go to a lot of those little places, like little inns and houses and stuff, and they're just all kind of there, and there's nothing really in there. There's maybe one thing of supplies. It just feels kind of empty at times. There's a lot to do in the world. It's just those instances. All right, so like I was saying about the combat, very fun, especially when you learn different stances and you unlock different techniques and abilities. It kind of changes up the way you can approach different situations. Like at one point, you get a poison, like a blow dart, and you can shoot it at people, and then they can either poison them, or there's another one where it enrages them and they start attacking their allies. And it's kind of cool. But the fighting feels really good, satisfying. Like I said about the AI, I was playing on hard. There's like no middle or medium. It's either really easy or really hard, like out of nowhere. It doesn't make any sense. Like there's times where I will just absolutely demolish people, and then like I said earlier, I'll just walk into a fight and I'll just get two-tapped and just fucking die. Like I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I noticed that happening a lot for me. There's some instances where, bring it on, bro. Like I'll take on an entire army, no problem. Yeah. And then there's sometimes where like two guys wreck my shit, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like you guys all of a sudden decide how to fight. Yeah, it's kind of unbalanced. It's still fun though. Like I said, all the techniques, the different stances you learn, you use the different stances to fight different enemies, and the game kind of will even force you to do that sometimes. Because like if you're fighting a swordsman with the wrong stance, it'll say, "Oh, use this stance to fight the swordsman," and then it'll force you to change your stance. Like it won't let you go on any further. And it's kind of annoying. It's like, well, what if I just want to use this stance? Like, really,
fucking leave me alone.
It does that?
Yeah, at times. Yeah,
I
I noticed
okay.
it at times.
Yeah, I guess maybe if you're fighting an assortment of enemies, it doesn't do that. Because
Yeah,
yeah, when
yeah.
I'll go from like the water form to like stone form, back and forth. But like I like the fluidity of water form, no pun intended. But I also like the fact that stone form, you use that for the majority of like the very beginning,
Yeah.
and I barely even touch water form unless of course there's only one shield guy.
Yeah,
But like
yeah. Like I was fighting an enemy and like I was using the wrong form because there was a lot of them, and then I finally got it narrowed down to one or two, and then said use this form, and I was like okay. And I think if I remember correctly, it actually like it doesn't go on until it actually like switch your form real fast, and then you have to. I just switched it back, but yeah, but it's easier if you use the correct form, obviously, because it just destroys the enemies faster. Um, Combat's really fun. So let's talk about like visually. So the world. So compared to The Last of Us, right? Let's just use that because they're both PS4 exclusives, and they're both like the bid titles that were just the last bid titles that were released. So for PS4, Last of Us, I felt was visually a bit more impressive. This game is beautiful in certain parts. Close up, when you're just riding on your horse and you're kind of observing the environment, the trees, the flowers as they're brushing in the wind, looks really nice. But like if you look out, especially some of the mongrel ships like on the ocean, they look bland as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
like they don't look good at all. The waves crashing in don't look very good either. And I'm just like, it's a little. But like up close and personal, everything looks pretty fucking good. Like it's really nice. But yeah, like those far off distances, sometimes they just kind of leave a lot to be desired. It's just kind of like that doesn't look very well at
So
all.
the one thing about Ghosts of Tsushima that I've liked visually so far is the fact that it does a really good job of, especially when you're in the foresty areas, they look gorgeous. The big meadows are gorgeous. When they said that you're going to be heading over to the I forgot what they called it. It was the Sea of Grass or something like that. Or I was like, dude, I'm so excited to see this, and it did not disappoint. I get what you mean as far as the water effects. They look kind of like meh. Off in the distance, super far away structures and ships and stuff had the same kind of effect. But that game had me. As soon as you get your sword, and then you part ways with Yuna.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. As soon as you part ways with her, and you're riding your horse, and you're running through the whole sea of flowers.
Yeah.
Oh my dude, that was amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yep.
But yeah, there's some areas where it kind of dropped the ball. But I mean, let's just face facts. The game is massive, and comparing it to something like Last of Us. Well, Last of Us 2 did have very large levels. They were for the most part fairly linear. This is one of those games that
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, open world games have always generally had. They were generally lacking in that specific area.
Yeah, I didn't use photo mode as much. I think I used it once just so I get the fucking trophy. I know some people are really obsessed with using photo mode and like taking photos of everything, like especially when you go and honor the shrines at the top of the mountains. It does look good. I just feel like it could have been done a little bit better, but I think that's more just me nitpicking. The game is beautiful, like you said, in the open meadows and stuff, like all the flowers moving, and then you even notice like Jin kind of reaches out his hand and kind of like brushes it through the flower. It's pretty cool.
The one thing I'm also confused about, did they open up, because there's no way that this can be it. Do they open up additional things to be sold at the merchants and stuff? Because right now, there's like, I just bought the straw hat, and it was 20 flowers, and that was the most expensive thing he had. And I'm thinking to myself, everything else is like anywhere from 10 to like 5 to 10 flowers, so... If this is all that he has, I'm going to collect everything he has, and I'm going to have nothing else to look forward to.
No, more stuff opens up, I think, as the game goes on. Because I have like over 100, I swear I have like over 150 items, different mask, hats. Like I have a shitload of stuff. They open up. That's another thing too. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that I was going to touch on the fact that the RPG elements of the armor, there's nothing special necessarily about your weapons. You can make your weapon look any way you want to. And there's no way to swap out the swords because you're using your dad's sword. So I mean, you kind of have to keep honor of that, I guess. But like,
you can change how it looks.
Yeah, you can change how it looks, and the armor is really where all your major stat changes come from.
Yeah.
I got the deluxe edition, so it put me off in a pretty good spot where like I had a major damage reduction.
Yeah, and you can upgrade that armor too to make it even better, which is cool.
Well, you can upgrade the deluxe armor.
I believe. Maybe not. But I know you. Wait, I don't know.
Trick question. You can't. Unless later on you can. I can't. I don't know. Maybe.
No, you can't. You can't. You're right. You can upgrade all the other armor. That's right.
Yeah, I was disappointed because I love the way the deluxe armor looks.
You can change the color of it, though, I think. Can you?
I don't think you can do anything to it because it's all blue and gold.
I swear to God, I did something to it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I gotta go back and look at that.
Maybe you stopped using it after you got your first real set of armor. I don't know.
I actually did, because once you get the Sakai like clan armor, like, or the Gusatru, which is part of the Mythic Tales. Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
Is it the one that has like the stag horns and shit?
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn it! No, that's that's the best.
That's
armor
but you
in
don't
the game.
you don't get that until you fully upgrade the armor.
Oh,
You
okay.
get the stack horns. Yeah. Because the armor, as you upgrade it, it changes like look and stuff. Like it gets more bulky and like kind of. Yeah, so that's one thing about the game. The customization is pretty cool. There's no you don't have to pay to get anything. It's all free in the game. You can earn it. You can buy different dyes and stuff. You can do mythic tails, which are pretty cool to get special armor. Yeah, it's really fun. The game, I found myself getting lost to where like I would be starting on a mission, and then I would see like a question mark pop up to the right. I'm like,
God damn it! I gotta
that
do
shit
it.
first. Yeah, I would totally abandon my mission and go explore whatever that was.
Everyone always wonders like, what's up with that one? I gotta find out what the especially. I'm a reward whore. So like if I hover over something, it says my crest rewards like an extra weapon or a new piece of armor, and what I'm doing just awards like XP or in this case it awards like fucking notoriety or some shit. Or your ghost legend. I'll be like, fuck that! I want the new piece of armor. I'm gonna go do that first. You know.
Yeah. So customization's really fun. Yeah, it's easy to get lost in this world. It really is, because I'll just go on a tangent and go do like 30 side missions and then go back to the main quest. That's another thing too. So I found myself. I would stumble into different areas and like complete something, and then later I would find out that was part of a side mission I hadn't unlocked yet. Like it was weird. Like there's a duel. There's just a spoiler alert. These are already spoilers, but there's 5 members of the Ronin or Ronin. How do you say it?
Ronin?
Ronin. There's 5 members of the Ronin that will randomly duel you at different locations on the map because they're trying to. It's part of a mythic tale. I didn't know that. But I ran into a duel, and I did all 5 of them before I actually did the mythic tale. And then when I got to the mythic tale to like that checkpoint, it said, the guy was like, 5 Ronin are going to challenge you, and you need to beat them or whatever. And my character even said, I think I already accepted this challenger. Like he actually said that. And I was like, yeah, I already did those. And sure enough, there was only one left, and it was the boss. And I was like, yeah, I actually already did these duels. So let's just speed it up to the end.
Yeah.
And my character literally said, like, I think I've unknowingly already accepted this challenge. Yeah. And I was like, that's hilarious. Like, so you can complete certain things for side quests that you haven't even started yet, which is kind of weird. So
the duels are fantastic. Now, not to confuse anybody who hasn't played it yet. If you've seen screenshots, there's 2 different types of one-on-ones, I guess. There's the standoff, which is like the that's a traditional like the samurai movie. Like you have your hand and your sword, and it's just you and that one person, and then the first slice wins. You know, that's like the quick kill.
And then you can upgrade it too to get 5.
Yeah, I think I have it mine up to like 2 or 3. So.
Yeah. That's fun.
You know, it's basically it's a QTE without the button press notifications.
And by the way, those before you go any further, those get harder in Act 3 out of nowhere
because they start to faint. They start to do different things.
And there's one that literally, my character was here, and he got this close to me. So as soon as he started the attack, I was already fucking dead. I could not block it. Like he was this close to me, and I was like, "Get the fuck away from me, dude!" Like,
well, see, things like that. Those are fun, but the duels, the most recent duel I did, I was going after the archer's armor. I was telling you about this, but you get a fight in that little that graveyard area covered in flowers and stuff. That shit was awesome. And the duels, because it's just one-on-one, there's a lot less stress involved with it because you're not gonna get sideswiped by some fucker with a spear. It's just you and whoever it is in front of you with their sword or whatever they got.
Yeah. Some are more challenging than others too.
So I would say that the one thing about this game also that people should I guess should know about is one of the biggest games in Japan right now, or not the biggest games, but one of the biggest franchises is Yakuza. I don't know if you ever played the Yakuza titles. The creator of Yakuza came out and was just singing the praises of Ghosts of Tsushima for the simple fact that they kept true. Every video game, every movie that has to do with anything that's involving history, for the most part, makes these little extrapolations here or there. So there are some inaccuracies as far as like the way this works or way that works. But he said he can tell the amount of work they put into making this game feel authentic.
Well, it's based on a real Mongol invasion too.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
based on the actual Mongol invasion. Now, obviously, Jin Sakai isn't a real person, but he was based on a real samurai. I think, if I read that correctly somewhere, like a real samurai during that time. So,
well,
I might have maybe, I don't know if I misread that, but I think I read that somewhere that he was based on an actual samurai.
Well, something else that is something to note too. In games that are primarily if this game was released in Japan, I promise you one thing, that the main character would not look like Jin Sakai. Jin Sakai, for all accounts and purposes, for every game that involves Japanese men that are made in Japan, he is ugly as shit. Right? If you play games like listen to me. When you play games like he's incomparatively. A lot. So the big thing about these Eastern-based games, these games based in Japan, they're all. The main character is always like super boyishly good-looking. They're always like they're younger. The bad guys look ugly as sin, usually, but the good guy looks beautiful. He's always like, oh, perfect hair and all these things. And the reason is because there's a lot of things that go into selling a game in Japan, and that's one of them. Is you want to have a very appealing protagonist that makes him not only like accessible and fun to everybody, but also you want to have him have that little bit of attractive cuteness to him or her. Enter Jin Sakai. They're going for something more realistic. So, and not to mention, we don't follow the same tropes necessarily as the Japanese-made games. We make games that, are generally, believe it or not, we make games that are harder, for the most part, that are focused on the Western civilization. Case in point, and I'll bring up another game just to kind of back that up in just a bit, but we generally make games that are harder. And then also with our games, our characters aren't always hyper sexualized as far as like how cute they are.
I don't know, man. You can see Jin Sakai's ass in this game, like repeatedly.
Oh my god!
Every time you enter the hot springs, it cuts to him, and you just see his ass just walking into the spring, and then it cuts to gray. Yeah, you can see a lot of Jin Sakai's butt in this game.
That's
repeatedly.
fine. Yeah, I mean it's just hot springs though, dude. It's accurate to the time. He's like a game.
Those hot springs look like I want to go into a hot spring.
You're not gonna see a screenshot like at the camera pan out. He's wearing fucking ducky swim trunks. He's not gonna sit there and play with rubber ducky and stuff. But yeah.
No, but I see what you're saying though. That's interesting. Yeah.
Oh, real quick, just to point this out, Devil May Cry 3. If anyone has never played Devil May Cry 3, and this is to back up my argument about the hard games, in the United States and in Japan, they had two different types of difficulty. In Japan, they had like 17 different options, like from easy all the way down like the fucking Dante Must Die or some shit like that. In the US, they had normal and hard, or easy and normal was Japan's like hardest.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of people who didn't beat the original version of Devil May Cry 3, myself included, because the game was too fucking hard. And it wasn't until they released the special edition Devil May Cry 3 that they actually added those extra difficulties in. What's up?
Speaking of that too, so if you do end up playing Ghosts of Tsushima on hard, or you have, and you didn't find it challenging enough, kind of like me, they did add a new difficulty. I think it's called Lethal. And basically, you just get two-tapped by enemies and you die.
So do enemies get two-tapped by you?
I feel like they already did, honestly, because I would just go up to someone and just like, I would just like go up and just like kind of thrust into them, and they would just die immediately.
So you use the thrust a lot.
I did, because it was super effective, because you would just hit them twice and they would die.
I've never used it. I've always been like,
use it.
Now I gotta use it.
Yep, it's super effective. But yeah, so real quick before we have to wrap up, because I know we're running out of time here, talk about the campaign and the story real fast. So the story is basically Jin's journey, kind of treading the line between being an honorable samurai and being the ghost of Tsushima.
Do you save your people by sacrificing your honor?
Yeah, pretty much, and that's what the story comes down to. He's at conflict with his uncle, who is like they call him the Jito, the Jito.
Yeah, he's like the head like master like
Yeah, the head
the
samurai of the island. Yeah, Lord Shimura is his name, and he is very by the book. You got to fight with honor. Can't do any of these dirty tricks. Where Jin kind of has to change up his tactics because the Mongols are just savages, right? And those honorable ways aren't necessarily always going to work against them. And he kind of learns from Yuna, who they classify as a thief, but she's a skilled archer and shit or whatever, and a fighter. But they consider her a thief because she doesn't fight with honor. So that's really the main.
Well, also because she stole shit too. Like she.
Also, yeah, I mean, yeah. But that is the main. Justin, your camera cut off too.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah, I got a phone call coming in.
Yeah, we'll wrap this up. But yeah, the story. That's basically the story. I thought the story was very interesting. I was intrigued all the way through. Especially at the end, like the final climax or whatever. I thought it was pretty good. I would like to see some additional DLC to this game to kind of continue Jin's story. Spoiler alert: he lives
As a ghost.
But yeah, as and he lives on as a ghost pretty much. But yeah, that's the main thing. It's just really trying to. Do you stick with the family and the country's traditions of fighting with honor, the samurai, or do you become a ghost and just fight dirty and use poison darts and explosives and shit? Which every time he does, his uncle gets super pissed at him. But yeah, I thought the story was very good.
I do think that having that weird flashback right when you do your first stealth kill, having that weird flashback of him like, oh, I'm gonna kill a bear, but then also this thief. It's like this is the wrong time to be having a conflict of fucking heart here, man. Because like you just got done stabbing this knife in this dude, and the other people are looking for him. They'd be like, where the fuck is where's Mateo?
Yeah, story's very good. It's kind of short though. If you think about it, there's not that many missions. Like I feel like if you just did the story straight and didn't do any side missions,
I feel like you can get done with it real quick.
Yeah, like less than 10 hours. I feel it's not that long, really. The side missions are what take up most of your time. So, yeah, story wise, the game was very good, very compelling. I would like to see it. I don't think they will, since the PS5 is coming out. I think they're kind of done with it. I would like to see some DLC come out, like maybe some additional quests or stories for Jin.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because we do have to wrap up here.
Yeah.
What is your if you had to give it a grade, a rank, if you had to give it a overall like is it a buy, is it a rent?
Oh, I would buy it 100%. I would give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Maybe a 7.
Nowhere near your Last of Us 2.
Oh no, Last of Us was fantastic. There was very little flaws and also bugs and glitches with The Last of Us.
Did you know that in The Last of Us, you move 42 different trash cans, and that's like a precursor to know that the game is absolute trash? I was kidding.
Yeah, no, this game isn't bad by any means. I think my ranking's a little bit lower. I would say 7.5 or 8, just because of the bugs and glitches that I encountered. Some of the areas feel kind of empty. I feel like while it was visually beautiful in most parts, there's some parts that have a little work. Also, the AI kind of killed it for me, because I felt like even though I'm playing on hard, I'm just slaughtering these guys. Like, it's not really much of a challenge that they said it would be, or that I've heard it would be. But yeah, I would give it a 7.5/8 out of 10. I thought it's a very good game. Definitely buy it. It's a great way to it's a great game if you want to like explore all these different areas and shit and kind of learn the history. Because you can collect like little Mongol artifacts and records. It's pretty cool too. But I feel like you learn a little bit of history from it too, which is pretty neat. Yeah, all the characters for the most part. There were some characters I didn't really necessarily care about. Other than that, yeah, it was a very solid game. I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely not game of the year like some people were saying. I do not think that one.
Well, you know what it is. The people who are saying it's game of the year are still bitter about Last of Us 2. So.
Oh, 100%. They have to be. It's not game of the year by any means, but definitely a great game. Definitely recommend you go buy it. And let us know on our Facebook page too once we post this. If y'all have played it, what y'all think about it.
Yes, tell us what you think about the game, because I haven't beat it yet. I think it's pretty awesome so far. Again, I don't know if it's game of the year. I haven't played it all the way through it, but there you go. You have Raul's hot take, which is still not very hot. Anyway, thank you guys very much for hanging out. Next time we get together with you guys, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about more Ghosts of Tsushima. Just kidding, we're probably not going to. We'll have another rant about coronavirus, and until then, you guys be safe, and thank you guys very much for listening.
See you in a month, guys.
Guys.
Later.
Hey everyone, Justin here. Just want to stop by and say thank you very much for watching the show. Raul and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to us because we work really hard to make content you like. Now, if you do like the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be one of the first 500 subscribers to our channel. And once you click that subscribe button, click that notification icon so you can get a notification whenever we come out with new content. Lastly, check out our affiliate at nonamenerd.com, and if you use the code ClownBaby1987, you can get 10% off your order. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you geeks later.